Hi, we are discussing previous year questions from CAT DILR section 2024. And this set is completely based on data interpretation, percentages, little bit of geometry, very little bit. The two plots below give the following information about the six firms A, B, C, D, E and F for 2019 and 2023. PAT, the firm's profit after tax in crore rupees. ES is the firm's employee strength, that is the number of employees in the firm, and PRD, the percentage of firm's PAT that they spent on research and development. So this is the graph. Two different kind of graphs has been given, bubble graphs. Now it says in the plots, the horizontal and vertical coordinates of points representing each firm gives their ES and PAT values respectively. For example, in case of C, in year 2019, the employee strength was 800. Sorry, not 800, it's 600. And the PAT value, profit after tax, was 2400 crores. Now it says the PRD value of each firm are proportional to the areas around the points representing each firm. So these are circles. The area of this is proportional to the PRD value. The areas are comparable between the two plots. One plot, second plot, the areas are comparable, means equal areas in the two plots represent the same PRD values for the 2 years. PRD value is same. What is PRD value? Percentage of the firm's PAT that they spend on R&D. So what we need to do, we need to compare this, as this depends on the PRD value, the percentage of this value depends on the area, right? So what we can say, if we talk about radius of these circles, this is the smallest one. Between two lines, the diameter is between the two lines. If I say that diameter of this is something 2x, then radius is r here. And if radius is r here, then radius of this circle will be 2r, because this circle is between 1, 2, 3, between two lines. So this will be 2r. And similarly, this one becomes 3r, the radius, and this circle radius is 4r. So if you talk about the percentage value, so if this is x percent, okay, then this must be 4x percent, this must be 9x percent, this will be 16x percent, because the area is pi r square, so it depends on square of the radius. This will be again 9x percent, this will be 4x percent, and similarly in these cases. Okay, so we can say if this is 10%, then this will be 40%, this will be 90%, this will be 160%, and so on. If this is similar to this, if this is 9x percent, this circle B denotes 9x percent, and so on. So this is how we will read this. Now, if you check the questions, it says assume that the annual rate of growth in PAT over the previous year remained constant over the years for each of the six firms. Which among the firms A, B, C and E had the highest ARG? Okay, so comparison. The ratio of amount of money spent by firm C on R&D, the amount of firm A, C, E, F had the maximum. So again, each question is independent of the other question. We don't need to deduce much before solving each problem. So let's try them one by one. First question says, assume that the annual rate of growth in PAT over the previous year remained constant over the years for each of the 6 firms. Which among the firms A, B, C and E had the highest ARG? So annual rate of growth. Now let's say annual rate of growth in 2019 is something X, and annual rate of growth, sorry, not annual rate of growth, total PAT. Total PAT for any of this firm is X in 2019 and Y in 2023. Then what we can say, X into 1 plus R by 100 to the power 4. There are 4 years, 2019 to 23. So we need to find in which case R is the maximum. So can we say, for each firm, if we try to calculate this R, this will be very calculative. So overall, if you check, what we can say, Y by X is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 4. This power 4 is constant throughout in each of these firm while calculating their ARG. So can we say this ARG depends on nothing but final value upon initial value. Now if we try to calculate the values, the final value and initial value in each case, firm A, this is 3000, firm A, this is 3900. So 3900 divided by 3000. Then in case of firm C, in case of 2019 is 2400, in case of 2023 it's 3000, 2400 and 3000. So 3000 and 2400. Then let's come to firm B. In case of firm B, this is 2800 and 2800 and 3800. So 3800 upon 2800. And in case of firm E, this value is 2400 here and 3500 here, right? So 3500 divided by 2400. The annual rate of growth depends on this value. Now what is it? We don't know, but we can find which one is maximum, right? Now if you check this value, this is 13 by 10, which is 1.3. This is 5 by 4, which is 1.25. This value is 19 by 14, right? Now 19 by 14, what we can say is we need to check as this value is greater than 1.3. 14 plus 4.2 is 18.2. So this value is greater. This is what we can say, this will be 35 upon 24. So this value is greater than 24 into 0.4 is 0.96. So this value is greater than 1.4. Can we say in case of firm E, the annual rate of growth will be the highest because this value is the highest out of the rest of the values. So that is our answer, firm E. Question number 15, it says, the ratio of the amount of money spent by firm C on R&D in 2019 to that of 2023 is closest to ratio of amount. So first of all, about the PAT value for firm C, it's 2400 here and it's 3000 here. But the percentage of PAT gives us amount on R&D, right? So the percentage value, this radius of this is as we calculated, this is 3R, right? 3R, so this will be as percentage 9x%. Then in this case, the radius is 2R, so this will be 4x%. So the ratio that we want is required ratio will be equal to, in 2019, it will be 9x% of 2400 divided by, this will be 4x% of 3000. So in that case, this is 4 upon 5, 4 cancel out, x% cancel out. What do we get? We get 9 by 5. So our answer is option D, which is 9:5. Okay. Question number 16, it says, which among the firms A, C, E and F had the maximum PAT per employee in 2023? In 2023. So what we need to find is PAT value upon employee value. So PAT value for firm A is 3900 and 1300 is employee strength. So 3900 divided by 1300. In case of firm F, the same is 3200 and 1000. So 3200 upon 1000. In case of firm C, 3000 and 800. 3800. In case of firm E, the PAT value is 3500 and this is 1400. So 3500, this is 1400. What we need to find? We need to find maximum PAT per employee in 2023. So this value is exactly 3. This value is 3.2. This value is 3 by 8, if you remember. It's 37.5%, right? So this will help you finding out this quickly, which is 3.75. This is exactly 2.5. So the maximum is for firm C. The maximum PAT per employee in 2023 is for firm C. Question number 17, it says, which among the firms C, D, E and F had the least amount of R&D spending per employee in 2023? Least amount of R&D. Again, how do we calculate R&D? First, we need to find the percentage value in each case, R&D percentage. So this radius is 2R and we had taken. So this will be 4x%, this will be 4x%, 4x%, 9x%, 4x% and 9x%. So in each case, if we check, like for firm F, what will be our R&D amount? For F, R&D amount will be 4x% of 3200, means 4x into 3200 divided by number of employees, which is 1000. In case of firm C, 4x into 3000 divided by 800. 4x into 3000 divided by 800. In case of firm D, it's 4x into 2400 divided by number of employees, which is again 800. In case of E, it's 3500, 9x of 3500 divided by number of employees, which is equal to 1400. Now we need to find which of these amount is the least. So how do we calculate that? So let's check it. This value is 12,800, so 1.28x, right? This value is 12,000 by 800, right? 3200. This is 12.8x, right? This is not 1.28x. This is 12.8x. This value is 12,000 upon 800. So this is 15x. This value is 9600 upon 800. So this is also 12x. And this value is 2.5 into this. So 22.5x, right? So it says least amount. Where do we find the least amount? It's nothing but form D. Okay, so this was a very interesting set based on some bubble graphs and some involvement of percentages as well as area of circle. Okay, now next set is another very interesting set based on quant. So you can say quant based reasoning, LR set eventually. It says 8 gymnastics players numbered 1 through 8 underwent a training camp where they were coached by 3 coaches, Zena, Yuki and Zara. Each coach trained at least 2 players. Yuki trained only even numbered players, means either 2, player number 2, 4, 6 or 8. While Zara trained only odd number players, means player number 1, player number 3, player number 5, player number 7, like that. After the camp, the coaches evaluated the players and gave integer ratings to the respective players trained by them on a scale of 1 to 7. 1 being the lowest and 7 being the highest. So each of the players who were trained by their coaches were given ratings 1 to 7. Now, the following additional information is known. Zena trained more players than Yuki. Player 1 and player 4 were trained by the same coach, while the coaches who trained player 2, player 3, player 5 were all different. Player 5, player 7 were trained by the same coach and got the same rating. All other players got a unique rating. Now, till now, I had no idea that out of all the 8 players, if players were coached by one unique coach or one player was coached by multiple players. I had no idea. I was thinking about this, that if that's the case, this set is very complicated. But then I saw this, that player 5 and player 7 were coached by same and got the same rating. All other players got unique rating. So the ratings are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and there is one repetition only. 8 players, 8 ratings. So those 8 ratings given by coaches. So that means one player is coached by only one coach. Okay, not multiple cases. Now more information has been given. Let's check the questions. It says, what best can be concluded about the number of players coached by Zara? What was the rating of player 7? Very direct question. What was the rating of player 6? Direct question. For how many players the ratings can be determined with certainty? Another direct question. Who all were the players trained by Zena? Again, another direct question. So this is a must-try set during examination, because as you can see, you need to figure out some information. Maybe you need to make a table to figure out those. But once you figure out all those information, you don't have to spend much time on this question. You can just tick, 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 tick and move forward. 5 questions, definitely worth it. Even if you are spending 12 to 15 minutes, I'm sure that after spending 12 to 15 minutes, you will be able to solve this set and it's really, really worth it. So let's try to solve this one. I have taken a table where there are players 1 to 8, coaches and ratings. Now let's see. Zena trained more players than Yuki. So Zena, Yuki and Zara. So it's given that Zena more than Yuki. Now we don't know anything about Zara, but think about this. There are 8 players who were coached by 3 coaches, right? So there will be some distribution. Now it says that player 1 and player 4 were trained by the same coach, while coaches who trained player 2, player 3 and player 5 were all different. Now, this is a really good information. I will tell you why. But before that, it was given in the question that each coach coached at least 2 players, right? As you can see, it's given in the question that at least 2 players, each coach trained at least 2 players and total should be 8. So what could be the possibilities? So 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 players. So remaining 2 should be distributed. In how many ways we can distribute it? We can distribute it 3, 3, 2. But this 3 is here. This number should be greater than this number. So this should be 3 and 2 and this should be 3. Or 4, 2, 2. These could be the number of players. There are 2 cases for now. Now, let's check this. Player 1 and player 4 were trained by the same coach, while the coaches who trained player 2, player 3, player 5 were all different. Player 5 and player 7 were trained by the same coach, got the same rating. All other players got a unique rating. So these two got the same rating, player 5 and player 7. Rest got unique rating. The average of all the ratings of all the players were 4. Average is 4. 8 players, total will be 8 into 4 is equal to 32. Now from there, I got the idea that if I add 1 to 7, all unique ratings, I get 7 into 6 by 2. Sorry, 7 into 8 by 2, which is equal to 28 only. That means the repeated number is 4. The repeated rating is 4. And player 5, player 7 were trained by the same coach and got the same rating. That means they got rating 4. Right? Then, the average of the ratings, all players was 4. Player 2 got the highest rating, means player 2 got the highest rating, means player 2 got 7. The average of ratings of the players trained by Yuki was twice that of the players trained by Zina. So, if average of the ratings given by Zina is K, this will be 2K, right? And more than 2 more than that of player trained by Zara. That means this must be 2K minus 2. This should be the average. Now, if we try to solve this, first case, total should be 3K plus 4K, 2 into 2K, 3 into 2K, 6K minus 6. This should be equal to 32, right? The total should be 32. Or we can say that 7 plus 6, 13. 13K is equal to 38. Now K is not integer. Now it doesn't matter if average is not integer. Okay, but think about this. If average is not integer, then this 2K, the total number will be 38 by 13 into 2, 76 by 13, right? The total. And doesn't matter if all the values are known or not known. We know that the total sum of the ratings given by any of the coaches must be integers because all the ratings are integers. So the total K, even if you consider this K is 38 by 13, 3 into K is not integer. So that means this case is not valid. That means we should not be taking this case. We should not be considering this case. So in that case, if we check what will be the value of K. So again 4K plus 4K plus 4K minus 4 is equal to 32, or 12K is equal to 36, or K we got as 3. So now we got the number of players, we got the average, which is, so this will be, number of players will be coached by Zina is 4, Yuki 2, Zara 2. The averages. The average in this case will be 3, this will be 6, and this will be 3 into 2 minus 2, which is equal to 4, right? So what will be the total? So total in this case will be 12, right? In this case, the total will be 6 into 2, 12 as well. And in this case, the total will be 8. These are the total ratings given by these coaches, total of the ratings. Now, let's move forward. We know that 5 and 7 both are trained by same coach, right? Now, 5 and 7 both are odd, and their sum is also 8. Now, it should tell us something, that coach is none but Zara, right? But okay, but let's go further and check the rest of the information. Player 4's rating was double of player 8's rating and less than player 5. Player 4's rating was double of 8 and less than 5. Means if this is A, this should be 2A, but 2A is less than 4. Means A is less than 2. Sorry, A is less than 2. Yes, and that is only possible value is A is equal to 1 and this is equal to 2, right? Now, let's go to the first information again. Zena trained more players than Yuki, which is correct. Player 1 and player 4 were trained by the same coach. Player 1 and player 4. Now, before we move forward, one more thing that we need to consider. It was given in the question that Zara trained only players with odd numbers and Yuki trained only players with even numbers, right? So in that case, if it's given in the question that player 1 and player 4 were trained by the same coach, 1 and 4, one odd, one even, it cannot be Yuki or Zara. It can only be Coach Gina. Both of them are X, right? Coach X. Now, player 5, here it's while the coaches who trained player 2, 3 and 5 were all different. 2, 3, 5 were all different. Now think about this. X have already coached 1 and 4. What we can say about player 2, 3 and 5, if all three are different, 3 and 5 cannot be coached by Yuki, right? 3 and 5 cannot be coached by Yuki. And all three are different, means player 2 is coached by Yuki, right? Now, what we can say about 3 and 5? They can be coached by Z or X, X or Z, Zina or Zara, Zara or Zina. Now, it says that player 5 and player 7 were trained by the same coach. So, player 5 and player 7, now think about this. If this person is 7, what will happen in that case? Player 7 is coached by X. Now, we know that if we have two players coached by Zara, both of them are odd, two players coached by Yuki, both of them are even, then Zina must have coached 4 players, 2 of them are odd numbered, 2 of them are even numbered. Now in case of Zina, we already have 1 and 4, 1 odd, 1 even. If I take 5 and 7 as X, what will happen in that case? 2 odd will be added. So for Zina, there will be 3 odd numbered player, which is not possible. That means we can say this must be Coach Zara. This is Z, this is Z, right? Now, 2, 3, 5 must be different. So player 3 was coached by Coach Zina. So this is X. Now we have X, 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 and then we have 2Z. Z is completed. 1X, 1Y. That is left, right? Now in case of Z, total is 8, 4 plus 4. right? Already got that. In case of Yuki, how can we achieve 12? Think about this. So maximum it could be 7 plus 6, 13. If I want 12, there is only one possibility, which is 7 plus 5, right? And 7 is already here. 7 is already here. Someone got 5, either 6 or either 6. Yeah, this can only be 5. No other can have 5 because we already have 1 here. So player 6 is coached by Yuki and the remaining is coached by Gina. Now in case of Gina, how do you achieve 12? The remaining numbers 1, 2, 3 and 6. So if you check, what can we say? The two numbers are missing, 3 and 6, but we don't have any information regarding them. So that's it. This is the table that we want. So as you can see, there are multiple fronts that you need to work on to solve this set, but those are not complicated. Very small things, very small concept. First, finding how can you get 8 when at least 2 is given, okay? And what is the use of average here to find the number of players coached by each of these 3 coaches, and then it becomes very easy. So let's try the questions now. What best can be concluded about the number of players coached by Zara? Exactly 2. What was the rating of player 7? Player 7 rating is 4. What was the rating of player 6? Player 6, it's 5. For how many players the rating can be determined with certainty? We know that except 2 players, rest of the 6 players, the ratings can be determined with certainty. Who all were the players trained by Zina? Zina 1, 3, 4, 8. 1, 3, 4, 8. Option A, right? So that's it. So with that, we are done with this set. I hope you enjoyed the solution. Thank you.